13 minutes after the hour now, former FBI Director James Comey again hounded to testify over Hillary Clinton's emails and the Russia probe, even during the holidays. So will he finally give lawmakers the answers they need, the answers they want? Here to debate, former National Justice Director for Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign, Teslin Figaro, and president of District Media Group, Beverly Hallberg. Happy post-Thanksgiving, ladies.
Thank
Hello.
you. Happy post-Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good to have you here. Let's kick it off with Mr. Comey. First question to Beverly. Will Republicans get those answers that they finally want?
I hope so. We're hoping that we get more answers, but I do think it's interesting that in James Comey's tweet yesterday, he talked about being worried that there was going to be leaking if this wasn't an open hearing. This, of course, is an individual who leaked his own private conversations with the president to the New York Times. But he's definitely trying to push for an open hearing. I think that's a mistake for two reasons. One is that you have more time if this is a closed hearing, and also because of the sensitivity of the type of questions he needs to answer. So I hope Republicans hold tight on doing a closed hearing.
Teslin, your thoughts?
Yeah, my opinion is I can certainly understand how a closed-door hearing would not compromise the testimony, but certainly his answer should be the same, whether it's open door or closed door.
Right.
The answer should be consistent. But what we've seen with recent testimony, we know that there can be showboating involved. We certainly know that people can listen to their testimony, create their own. So, I'm kind of on a toss-up between it, but I do believe in transparency, and I don't think it's anything wrong with having an open hearing so that we can get it out in front of the American people to make the decision.
It's going to be real curious to see
he'll
what
write
happens.
a book about it.
Right.
If he doesn't agree, we know he'll write a book about it. So,
Number two.
So
he's always looking for more spotlight.
Nice. Wow. This is less of a debate, more of an attack on Jimbo there. Another guy who's been in the news a lot lately, Beto O'Rourke, people saying he is going to carry the Democratic Party in 2020. Teslin, first question to you. If you've ever seen the movie Zoolander, Mugatu refers to everything as like he's so hot right now. I kind of feel like that unjustified feeling of he's so hot right now is given to Beto. What do you think?
Well, I didn't see that movie, but I did see the movie in 2016, and it was called, Once You Lose, You'll Probably Lose Again, working on the Sanders campaign. Right. So, Democrats are the only one. I'm convinced they have Republican consultants because they're truly the only ones that believe in fail up. The more you lose, the more positions we want to put you in to lose, and it just makes no sense. He certainly couldn't beat Ted Cruz, who certainly couldn't beat Donald Trump, so why would we think that Beto, who could not beat Ted Cruz, would be more successful in a presidential run? Everybody from Beyonce to Barack Obama supported Beto, and yet now he's this darling. What happened to the love for Sanders? What happened to the love for Harris? Gilliam in Florida certainly came a lot in closer. So I'm just a little puzzled by this, and it's once again a self-sabotage in my opinion.
Beverly, your thoughts?
I agree to a certain extent. We're agreeing some today, and that is he did lose this race, so let's not forget that. But a part that I think we should pay attention to is we're talking about typically a pretty conservative state, and he didn't run to the center. He actually had a pretty strong, solid Democratic platform, and he almost beat Ted Cruz. So I think for Democrats, what they can look at is this is somebody young. He's very charismatic, which is always very important. That's why they can compare him to Obama at times. Right. He isn't like Bernie Sanders, who has a socialist platform, which I think is not going to work well for the majority of Americans. So I understand why people are pointing to him, but I think we're going to have to see a lot more from him to know whether or not he was going to be a true contender. A
little bit of a debate between you ladies. I'm thinking that this is all about holiday spirit right now. You guys were both very nice to each other. Teslin and Beverly.
I will say that he almost didn't beat Ted Cruz because of Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz was the only thing standing in Ted Cruz's way, not because he's just this ideal candidate. I don't think that socialists, as we see socialism, which I'm not one, that the entire American body will be on, all agree with, but I just don't think he's it. I think they need to figure out, the best messenger to carry on or continue to lose on a national level.
We will see more or less 24 months to figure all this out between now and 2020. Ladies, thank you so very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Happy Black Friday.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you to you too.